Hello everybody, it's May here. Excusez-moi for the delay on the video. I'm just gonna give you a quick life update. Because the last weeks have been a little bit chaotic. I moved, I switched jobs, I live in a different accommodation. A lot have changed. So I think I may have told you guys that my last workplace was a bit of a hellhole. Softly spoken. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. It was really bad. Um, but I escaped. So enough about that subject. I escaped, and I'm really happy with that. Because I actually had accommodation from that job, but that was also chaotic and everything came crashing down. So I need to find a new job, but also a new accommodation. And in the area where I was living, that was really difficult because in my living area, it was in the middle of nowhere, so there were no jobs available. But if I wanted to go to a spot where there were jobs available, I didn't know anybody there. I needed to go to a completely new city, new people, new everything, and find a job there. So I did that. So this is how it went. I had a Facebook group. I was in a Facebook group of the locals in that little tiny place where I lived. And I got some connections. I made some requests like, hey, could anybody help me to go to this big city? I need to go there to like search for jobs and whatnot. So I managed to find a lift. I would leave at like 4:30 in the morning or 5:30, and then I would drive there and then drive back with that same person. And yeah, that went really well. And then I managed to find a job and accommodation, and I just decided that evening that I was going to move the next day. Since that job did tell me, it's fine if you just go away earlier. Yeah, so I did. I just called up that guy from the Facebook group and I was like, hey, are you going to the city tomorrow? And he was like, yeah, sure. I was like, well, can I join you and can you like help me move maybe? And he was like, yeah, sure. If it fits in my car, fine by me. So that's what we did. I woke up very, very, very early in the morning and there he was at, I don't remember, 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning. And we packed up my suitcase and everything in the car and we just drove. And on that same day in that city, I was about to meet my employer for the first time and fix my employment contract because I didn't get that at my previous job after more than 2 months of working there. So now I know I didn't want to be fucked over again, so I needed to get a contract. So I needed to get a contract that exact day, and then also I found this accommodation that I had not seen before. So I was going to see the accommodation on the same day and I would arrive there really early in the morning. But this guy was super nice, so he let me in even though he needed to go to work that day. So he just showed me around really quick and then he left. And yeah, now I'm in my new bedroom, new accommodation, and I had my first few days at work, and I must say, I am so happy. Oh my god. It feels like I'm finally back at a place where I belong somehow. Because, I'm this very adventurous soul, and I like to go out of my comfort zone a lot. But at some point, I guess it's important to know when you've been out of your comfort zone a bit too much and too far. And at this point, everybody has their qualities and also their things that they're maybe less good at. And I think the last couple of months I was in these new job environments, and even though I loved parts of it, other parts were also very challenging for me, just for me as a person. And although I really try hard, it is something that I'm not used to, this work. And yeah, I was one of the people that was like maybe the slowest and not not the best at their jobs. I mean, maybe quite obvious because I was new at it and I'd never done it before. But yeah, it did kind of suck, you know. You want to rock at your job. You want to do something that you're good at, and yeah, but now I'm at this job and it is sales and also tour guiding. So right now I'm starting with sales and then I will also be educated as a tour guide. But the sales is going so extremely well. Like the other people on the team are already asking me for advice, and I'm already making lots of sales, and it's so much fun because I get to sell tours. I get to sell Northern Light tours and fjord tours while on a Christmas market. So for me, that is just perfect because, like I told you in my last YouTube video, I love Christmas. So, yes, I get to sell at the Christmas market, and the people at the Christmas market, they are so nice. Then I just come and talk to them, and they're like, "Oh, do you want some food?" And I'm like, "Well, don't mind if I do." And then I've got like some coffee and tea and hot chocolate milk at my stand. So I'm like, guys, if you ever want a drink or something, just come by, just ask and just let me know. I'll get you a nice warm drink. And it's just so nice. It's so familiar. It's really like a family. And I've only worked there like a couple of days now, and it's so nice. And my new boss, he is amazing. I'm so happy. It's crazy. Like when you just come from the biggest hellhole ever, job wise. Like in my whole life, I never experienced something like that, where employees just get so manipulated, mistreated, and mentally, and no contract, and everything is so awful. Like no words. And then to come here, oh my god, because I always thought, you know, I want to do this job where I wake up and I'm actually okay with going to my job. I wake up and I'm like, you know what? It's another day at work. It's fine. Let's just do this today, you know? That's just a feeling. Like obviously it's work. You need to earn money. You know, maybe never going to be like the happiest person on earth, but I know it's possible. Because when I did my sales job when I was 18 for like 3 years, I actually enjoyed going to work. I really liked it because I was good at it and I liked the people and I liked the environment and I just liked everything about it basically. And now I have experienced it again. Oh my god. Ah, it's so nice. Just when I wake up and I'm actually like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to work today again and it's going to be nice. It's going to be so good. And this boss, he is so fair. He's really like, you know, if you guys do good, I'm gonna be like extra good to you too, you know, like if you show me like you want to be here and you do a good score, then you know I'm going to give you a bonus. You know, it's works both ways, and I think that is so fair, because there is also a lot of bosses out there that just want you to like run constantly and do the best that you can at your job, and like overperforming and staying longer and all that kind of stuff, but don't do anything back. You know, they would like underpay you, or they would not appreciate you basically. And what I loved about my sales job when I was younger is they did really appreciate you. Yes, it was a sales culture, but you know, if you would score and you would get rewarded for that. And right now I'm back in this culture where you do get rewarded for your work. And that's so amazing. That just motivates me because I cannot work for people that, you know, I'm not good at working under a boss because in general it's like the worker comes here and the boss comes there, and I hate that. Like of course there's like some form of hierarchy, like the employer and the boss and whatever, but it shouldn't be always that the boss is like making a ton of money out of you and you're not making anything more. No matter what you do, you're not getting any rewards, but you just need to like work the hardest that you can. Like, I don't know. I think there should be some form of fairness or appreciation or something. And right now I feel that. I feel seen, I feel appreciated, and my efforts are being seen, and that makes me want to work even harder and even more. Like for me, I'm a really hard worker, but I won't work my ass off for a dickhead employer. I will not. Then I will do the bare minimum. I am like that. Like, fuck no. People are not going to use me. Like, of course, there's always a way of using people, and like, you have a company, you've got employers. I know it's kind of like there is a way, but still, there is a fair way of doing it. There is a I'm going to hire employees and I want them to have a good life too way, instead of I'm going to hire slaves and I'm going to see how I can make them the best slaves for me possible and give them the least. There's difference. There's a big difference. So yeah, right now I'm really happy with my job. My accommodation, I don't know, like when I arrived here, I got very anxious because I'm staying in a home with three guys, mid-30s, and two of them work night shifts. One doesn't, but he goes to bed early, like probably around 10. And these other guys, they sleep during the day, sometimes until 3 even. And of course, I also work. So that gives me maybe 1 or 2 hours of time where maybe there is nobody home or maybe I can make a sound. And on my first day when I was here, of course, I didn't work yet. So I did a phone call in the living room and immediately somebody complained that I was too loud. And I know I've got a loud voice. I may shout at the phone sometimes, even though I try not to. I know I do that, but it was a bit shit, you know? You arrive somewhere on your first day and it's not like you're throwing a house party, but you're just having a phone call, a video call. But still, that gave me a lot of anxiety. So I was like, oh my god, I need to leave here. I cannot live here. This is going to be walking on eggshells all of the time. Because I'm not the most quiet person. I mean, I can be. Most parts of the day I am pretty quiet, but I need my maybe 15 minutes at least a day of like having a dance off with myself and singing and just getting my energy flowing, because that's just what I need to do. That's just how I stay happy and just make music and just be there, be present. Yeah. So yeah, that made me a bit awkward. So I was searching for another place, but there is not a lot of accommodations in this city, so it was a bit difficult. I had found an apartment, but sadly I wasn't selected because there were so many people interested. So that's a shame. But yeah, now I'm like 3 days in or something. 4, I think 3, 4, I don't know. But I'm starting to feel a bit better. It's just really about communication and I guess being a bit more in my room when I'm being on the phone, for instance. And that's really testing like what sound is okay in the living room when they are sleeping. So basically finding some sort of middle ground where I'm not waking people up, but I'm also not walking on eggshells. But it does feel a bit better than it was in the beginning, so I'm still feeling like a little bit on edge. Like, I don't know, am I gonna stay here or not? Like, I don't want to make it all cozy and homey and then needing to leave. Um, so I'm a little bit still 1 foot in and 1 foot out, but ah, I'm landing. I'm landing. So there's still this one person that I know who knows somebody who's got maybe a place in a shared accommodation, but with people that are all playing musical instruments. So there I could totally be loud and play my instruments. But then also, of course, other people are going to be loud. And I do like some silence around me from time to time, but it's really the middle ground. So I think I'm just going to see and check that out and keep my eyes open if I find like a place completely for myself. But yeah, within budget, I don't know. But for now, like how I was feeling on the first day arriving here and how I'm feeling now, I'm feeling way better. I'm feeling like, you know what? I think I could land here. I don't think it's the worst in the world anymore. On day one, I was like, I need to leave here right now because I'm gonna go absolutely insane here. Like, I don't care where I'm going, not here. Just let me leave. But I'm feeling better now. I do think that this could work. Um, are there better option then maybe I would leave, but it's okay. I'm less stressed now, so that's good. And I had a free day today, so I thought, let me record a video. I bought this new ring light and phone stand, which is amazing. I'm using it right now. Because usually I'm always trying to like put my phone somewhere and there's like a lot of shadow and there's hardly any daylight anymore right now in Norway, so trying to make a video where you guys are gonna actually see me. And this works quite okay, so yay! And it was super cheap. I got it at like some cheap store, so yay. I just saw it and I was like, ooh, that I could use, that would be useful. But yeah, I'm also really happy because I just booked a flight home. Yay. Because I really miss my family and friends back home. It has been more than 3 months now. I left at the end of July. And you know, usually I'm not a person that would get homesick, but since I lived at my mum's place for like half a year before I left, I kind of became more connected, and with my friends too, became a bit more closer. And now I'm like, I miss you guys. I want to see you. I didn't see anybody during my birthday, so now I am driving home for Christmas. Do do do. Well, flying home for Christmas, but so yeah, I'm really happy. I'm going to fly home for Christmas and for New Year's, and I'm gonna go to a drum and bass rave. What? So yeah, here you guys go. A little update from me. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, good days to you guys, and yeah, bye.